Well, hello there, Aries. How are you? It is so good to see you again. I'm Aries Sue, and I'm so grateful that you're here. So today we're checking in to see what is on the horizon for you. We'll first take a look at the overall energies with the oracle cards, and then we'll move to the tarot for more details about any obstacles on your path or areas of resistance, and of course, advice from Spirit about how you can move around those obstacles and manifest what it is that you desire. Okay, so let's take a look at the overall energy. Ascending the mountain, keep going forward, so you're on the right path, okay? And then lizard spirit, dream the world into being, okay? So this is the energy of really allowing the universe, so working with the universe, manifesting, really using some of your manifestation skills in order to manifest what it is. Because I feel like you're on the right path, but ascending the mountain is understanding that it's kind of been an uphill battle. You know, maybe one step forward, two steps back. You know, the energy that the road has been long, the road has been hard, but you're on the right road. It's not about trying to change direction, right? But it could be about taking a look at it from a different viewpoint. Yeah, there's something here with clean it up, and that's in your advice. You're poised for what it is to reach the summit, to gain what it is that you are wanting, what you are trying to dream into reality, right? So it's sticking with it. So let's see what we have here. And this is the number 22 also. Yeah, you're stepping into a new world. Wow, beautiful. Okay, so you have a world card here. This is a new chapter. But I think that there's something here where it's about you're on the right track, but allowing yourself to enjoy the journey. Okay, now I know that's hard. We've all been on journeys or trying to manifest or bring something into fruition, whether that's a relationship that we're trying to take to the new level, right? Or a new relationship we're trying to bring in, building a business, building a family, building a home, whatever this is. But I think that part of it is that the road has been so long and so hard and so steep and rocky, right? And maybe for a long time, you've been doing it completely by yourself. So the thing is that you're kind of focusing on the hardship of the journey. And the message here is that by allowing yourself to truly love the journey, okay? And here's your energy, Aries, right? Staying in your power, knowing that you have what it takes to finish this journey, to bring into reality what it is that you're dreaming of. But it's about loving yourself and loving the journey while you do it. It takes you into this new chapter. It allows you to quickly climb the mountain, to reach the summit. And the summit represents what it is that you're wanting to bring into reality. Now, I think there's something there about, you know, we hear the the saying, you know, smell the roses along the way. It is about understanding that it's so much of the time we focus on the destination, right? And how long it's going to take us and how hard it is. You know, how many times have you gotten into the car with young children and you're not even out of the driveway and the first thing is, are we there yet? You know, it's kind of that energy that you may have at this time. Kind of like, am I there yet? How much longer is it going to take? How much harder is it going to be? How much more money do I have to invest in this business before it starts turning around and I see a profit, right? It's the energy where you're focusing on the difficulty, perhaps, of the journey. And I'm not trivializing that because I feel like it has been a long road. But at the same time, understanding that this road is helping you not just to reach this summit, but it's also providing you the opportunity to step into your power, to reclaim your power, to see how strong you are. It's a little bit like Rocky in the movie, right? Like he was running the streets of Philadelphia and up the stairs and, you know, all of that. And he was doing it by himself for a very long time. But he stuck to it, because there was an inner sense that all of that training was making him stronger, was helping him to reconnect to who he is, to understand what it is that he really wanted out of the, the fight, the boxing ring. That it's not just about the journey, right? It is a preparation. I think that's the key. It's preparation for what you are about to receive. But it's also about understanding to enjoy the process, even though it's difficult. And I know it is difficult, but enjoying the process helps you to become even more poised for what is ahead. Because it's like you're in training. I really want to say, I feel like you're in training for something that's even bigger than you realize. How many times, I love to hike. And a lot of times when you get to the top of a mountain, at least where I live, there's trees. So you can't really see that far. You get to the top and you're still in the trees. But there are a couple of times where I've climbed mountains, especially taller mountains, where there aren't trees on the top. And you get to the top and the vista is even better than you ever imagined. And the whole time you're walking up the mountain, you're sitting there going, oh my goodness, how much farther? You're sweating, you're taking layers off, you're drinking water, you're wondering, do I have enough granola bars to get me to the top, right? And then all of a sudden, it's kind of like you pop out of the woods and you're on the top of the mountain. And it's like, whoa, like all of a sudden, right? And it's kind of like that same energy, like understanding that it's okay to stop on the way up and to smell the wildflowers and to enjoy the journey and to take a stop and look at the vista when you're halfway up the mountain, right? It's okay to not just like focus on getting to the mountain, to the top of the mountain. Okay, so let's see what your present energy is. Yes, this is beautiful. I feel like you're in this lovely energy of truly loving what it is that you're wanting to create and being in this sense of gratitude, of feeling blessed for the journey that you have in front of you, that you have this opportunity. There's something there about just being blessed that you even have the opportunity that you could do this. It is kind of interesting. Maybe if you're trying to start a business, you have the Emperor energy here. If you're trying to start a business or something, that you even have the ability, or you're allowed to, however that may mean, maybe because of your government or regulations or whatever, that you are blessed to be even able to go on this journey, even though this journey is difficult. Yeah, because here you have the Empress and you have the Judgment card. It is about allowing yourself to see the beauty in this travels, even though, it's kind of like you may be betraying yourself the happiness and joy of the journey itself because you're only focusing on the destination. But there's so much more than just the destination. Okay, so here's the thing. Let's look at the Empress energy. This is Mother energy. Now, for some of you, let's say that you were pregnant. You just found out that you were pregnant and the baby isn't going to be born until, I don't know, October, okay? If all you focused on was the day that the baby is born, you would miss all of the beautiful things that also occur while you're pregnant. Like, the first time that you see the sonogram or the ultrasound, the first time that you feel the baby move, right? The first time that, the baby hiccups. I remember that, right? It's kind of like if all you were concentrating on was the birth of the baby, you would also miss that opportunity to bond with the baby, play music to the baby, talk to the baby, read to the baby, create the nursery, right? have a baby shower, all of the beautiful things. It would be just like, okay, I'm pregnant. Okay, the babies do this. And it's just kind of like focusing on the swelling ankles and the morning sickness and all of the discomforts of being pregnant. And that's what I think that they're just trying to remind you of, is that yes, there are some discomforts when you're pregnant, but there's also a lot of joy to be had, and to allow yourself to enjoy those moments, because your obstacle is, yeah, you have community and the 10 of Wands, having a difficult time putting down the burdens of perhaps other people that are holding you back, or the fact that you don't have someone, that you're on this journey by yourself and you don't have somebody that's supporting you. That's hard. That means that we have to get up every single day and inspire ourselves, encourage ourselves, cheer ourselves on. And yet at the same time, I think that you're being asked to take a look at, are there signs maybe from the universe or loved ones that have passed that are actually, celebrating you. Oh my goodness. I have an Aries moon, so I'll have to say, I went through, like 3 months ago, a very kind of difficult time, and I felt, seriously, like I had nobody in my life that was really kind of supporting me in what was going on. I just felt, I can so relate to this. Like, it's just me, right? I'm the only one. Nobody's helping me. And part of it was that I really wasn't asking for help. When I looked back on it, I was like, I didn't really ask for help, because it was kind of a hard thing to ask help for. But then at the same time, I was concentrating on not getting any support from people, but I also wasn't asking for it. And then the other thing is that I recognized afterwards that I was just kind of focusing on, when is this going to be over? Instead of really focusing on celebrating those days that I got up and I cheered myself on and I got what had to get done that day done, right? I didn't even allow myself to celebrate the work that I was doing. And that's what this is. It's kind of like, I feel like you do have people that are going to want to come in and celebrate with you, but it's almost like, whether you realize it or not, you may be so caught up in what it is that you're trying to accomplish here that you're distancing yourself. And I'm not saying that you're meaning to, but you could be distancing yourself from people that would cheer you on if you allowed them in. That's what I mean. I look back on it and I'm like, yeah, I just didn't even ask for help. And part of it was just such a hard thing to ask people to help with. And I was like, I don't know how they're even going to help me, right? So you could be in the same type of situation. But lo and behold, here's the thing, is that when you open your heart to allowing people to help you, my goodness, they come in suddenly. The other thing is that when I was going through that difficult time, I really did, both of my parents have passed, but I did talk to them a lot. I mean, I really put it out there to them, asking them for their help, and they did. And I asked my angels and spirit guides, I need some help here, and then I would find feathers or repeating numbers, and I'd be like, okay, I'm really not in this alone. Physically, I feel like I'm in this alone, but I'm really not. And when we allow ourselves to ask for that help or open up to that help, then it is there for you. Yes, so your advice here is, I feel like you're trying to be the responsible, reliable person. I feel like you're trying to do this by yourself, right? But there is something about cleaning up. Let's clean it up is allowing yourself to clean up some mindset or belief that maybe that you do have to be the responsible or reliable person. You do have to carry the burden of the family or whatever this is. or that you can't ask for help. You want to seem like the strong one, right? That's very much me, my Aries moon, being the strong one, not needing anybody. And yet at the same time, I think you do want some help. Yeah, this is beautiful. You have the King of Cups. I think when you allow your emotions, you enjoy whatever this process is, and you perhaps help yourself to open up to asking for help from other people or from the spirit realm. Oh my goodness, the sun comes out. And you can climb this in a much more balanced way instead of only kind of like seeing the hardship in what you're going through. And it comes in, you know, fast. Fast help comes in. Clarity comes in when you allow yourself to let go of, I mean, I was just being too proud. I'll have to admit it. I was being too proud. I didn't want to ask for help. What I wanted was, I just wanted people to help, right? It was kind of like I just wanted them to show up and help. I didn't want to ask for help. It's a very strange feeling. And I don't know if that's exactly how you feel, but that's how I felt. And it is recognizing the fact that sometimes we have to allow ourselves to let go of the expectations that we have of other people, or allow ourselves to let go of our sense of obligations to other people or how they perceive us, and to step into the emotions. Allow our own emotions to flow in the situation, right? To allow ourselves to say, this is something that's really important to me. And I'm also going to enjoy it as I'm walking on this path. Yeah, and you do have the Emperor and the Empress, right? So this could be in a relationship where you really and truly want the other person to share their feelings. But perhaps this is part of it, is that allowing yourself to open up and share your feelings with this person helps this to come together, to acquire what it is that you're trying to dream into reality. Beautiful message here. All right, Aries. Let's pull a soul truth card for some final advice. And I do personal readings, so if you're interested, the link is in the description box below. I'd really be honored to do a reading for you. All right, from whom can I release my judgment right now? Yes. I mean, that if you're resonating with this the way I'm resonating with it, and that's, my judgment was on other people, right? The judgment was actually on myself too, because I got myself in a big pickle, and I was just kind of like, oh my goodness, like, how am I going to get out of this? I did, but it was a lot of sweat and tears. So I'm sending you much love if you're feeling that same way right now. It's kind of like you know, I think sometimes we get into those situations and it was all for the good, but I got myself in it so deep, and you could feel the same way, that I couldn't go back down the mountain. There was no way to go back down the mountain. I had to go forward. And that was part of it, was that I was kind of judging myself for why did I allow myself to get into that situation, and then not wanting to actually ask for help, right? Because I didn't want to, in a way, kind of like ruin my reputation for, you know, who I am as a mom or as a friend. And it was kind of like, I didn't want people to understand that I was really, I was drowning. But all is good now. It really is good. All right. Judgment closes our heart to truth and separates us from love. It binds us to our fear and holds us in shame. On whom are you placing judgment right now? Is it someone in your life, or is it yourself? Release the shackles, drop the expectations, and be grateful for what is. And I think that is exactly what you're being asked to do, is to be grateful, to enjoy the journey, right? To allow yourself to know that you are. I want you to know, Aries, you're going to reach your goal, right? So it's kind of like allowing yourself to drop the burden of wondering, am I going to reach this or not? You are. You are dreaming your reality, You are dreaming the world into being, right? Whatever it is that you're wanting in the situation, it's going to happen. It's just a little bit of understanding. Do you want to enjoy the journey, or do you want to have it be a hardship? So I'm going to leave it there. I wish I had enjoyed the journey more. I'll have to say, looking back on it. But at the time, I didn't know if it was going to work. So, all right, I'm leaving it there. I wish you so much love and light, and I really appreciate all of your support by liking, commenting, and subscribing, and I hope to see you again really soon. Bye for now.